together for one of Detroit's finest, Corporal Danny Woods.
A little lower. A little lower. Yeah, that's good. Right there. Thank you. Spring 1999. I stood in my aunt's kitchen doing her hair. I was that girl, the hood stylist, right? I've been doing hair since I was 7. I started getting paid for it when I was 12. That was my hustle. I'm sitting there, and as I'm curling her hair, my uncles come in. And these are like, picture Optimus Prime, right? Transformer, right? Even though it's a machine, it has no neck, the arms are like this, right? That's pretty much them, 2 of them. And they come in, and they're sweating profusely, their eyes are yellow. I'm curling hair, like, what in the hell happened to y'all, right? But they're wearing Detroit Police Academy t-shirts, the worst shorts you can ever think of, right? They come right above the knee, and then tall white socks that come right under the knee. The worst, okay. And I'm looking at these 2 transformers, and I'm like, wow, y'all might need to pick another profession, because this one might not be for you. Well, we get into this little back and forth, and my one uncle says, well, you talking all that shit, I bet you can't do it. I can't do it. Let me tell you something. You can't tell me, and you know I went right east side on him. You can't tell me what I can and can't do. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. I had to let that curl go. But I was in it with him. And so he says, well, let's place a bet. That's music to my ears, okay? Put your money where your mouth is, right? But it was the challenge more so for me that he told me I couldn't do it. Now, mind you, I might have been about 17 or 18. You have to be 18 to apply. So I at least was probably 18. And bet. I'm calling the police department tomorrow. And I left, finished my aunt's hair. It was super cute, y'all had to, so cute. Finished her hair and went back home. And my stepmother, that's another story. She was a retired police officer. And so I called her and I asked her, what do I have to do to become the police? Oh, you want to be the police? Let me tell. Lady, what's the number? So she gives me the number and she's so excited. Oh, I want to go down there with you. Girl. So I call. Detroit Police Recruiting, Officer such and such speaking. Me, sassy Eastside. Yeah, so I just want to call in to see what I need to do to be the police, to take the test. Just want to see what's going on here. Well, you're in luck. We're having a job fair tomorrow at Cobo Hall with the fire department and this and this and this. Come on down. Come see me. So, well, damn, that got real serious real quick. Okay. But I went with the stepmother. And we're going around and I'm looking at all these things. I'm like, oh, probably do a lot of things in here. But in my head, I'm hearing my uncle say, you can't do it. So I navigate my way to the Detroit Police recruiting table. And I see the officer I talked to on the phone. And she's there. Oh, remember me? I used to work. girl, nobody remembers you. Just let it go. It's over. God. Okay? Let it go. Right? So I fill out my little interest card, and he tells me, recruiter will be in touch with you in a couple weeks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. So then I waddle my little high yellow ass over to the firefighters table. Yeah, I want to sign up for y'all too. I just want to see what y'all got going on over here. But the crazy thing is, I really had no intention on being a police officer or a firefighter. I was trying to build my hair empire, so I was really waiting on a call from Ford. This was just you told me I can't do it, so I'm gonna set you straight. Couple weeks go by, and I get a phone call. Hello, is this Danielle? Yeah, you called my phone. Yeah, it's me, right? And so he says, this is Officer Booker of Detroit Police. I'm gonna be a recruiter. I need you to come down on Park Street, and I need you to bring this, and dress in business attire. Okay, right, because when the police call you and tell you gotta do something, I'm 18 years old, I'm like, shit, I gotta do it. So I do, I gather all these little things, little checklists that he gave me, and I get all my little stuff together, and I go down there. And he's like, okay, gonna have a series of tests. You're gonna have to do agility tests, psychological tests, an ear test, an eye test, and all this stuff. And I'm like, but you want my foot too? Like, this is a lot. I'm like, I am 18. This is too much for me. And so, but I do it because I feel like I have to. I've got this authority figure telling me I have to do this. But I'm still waiting on Ford, so don't forget about that. I'm still waiting on Ford. But I do all this stuff. Fire department never called, so to them, okay. So going through all this stuff, get everything squared away, and then my family starts getting in my, you sure you want to do this? Are you... we ain't really like that. We don't really mess with the police like that. It's not the thing. I don't know if we want to go there, right? But I'm like, shit, I'm in it. Like, I can't really pull back. I mean, I can, but I can't. Like, I'm in it. Then I get a phone call. This is your recruiter. Everything's checked off. You're good to go. You need to go here and pick up your duty gear. I mean, not your duty. You need to pick up your PT gear and your uniforms. You start Monday. It is Wednesday. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that fast? Oh my, like, that's how y'all notify people? What kind of, this is a terrible process. Terrible, right? So now I'm terrified. I'm like, I gotta go to the police academy. I'm really about to do this. Oh my God. And so I'm trying to mentally prepare myself because in my head, all I know is what I see on TV, right? Think of the police academy, freeze, dirtbag, remember Rooks? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to be that character. I don't want to be the, I don't want to be that guy either. Like, I'm trying to think of how to prepare myself, and I can't, and I'm stressed out, so I cut my hair like I was on my G.I. Jane shit. Like, not bald, but like cute little short, little fro. Like, if I put some water in it, look like I got good hair, all that cute stuff, right? But I'm like, then they're like, no makeup, no. I'm like, what about lip gloss? No lip. This is too much, like already, like nothing. And so the day before, I couldn't sleep. We had to be there at 7 a.m. The birds aren't even up yet. Why 7 a.m? But whatever, 7 a.m. I'm probably tossing and turning about 3, and I'm up around 4. And I'm pacing, and I'm like, you really about to do this? Like, this is bananas. And then I had to recall to myself, you can do it. You can do it because you built for it. I'm the eldest of four, and there is a nice little age adventure here, okay? So it's myself, and then my sister is 2 years under me. Then there's a little gap, a big gap, okay? 12 years later. There's my brother, and then 4 years after him is my baby sister. I'm tired of babysitting. Damn, like, all right already. Like I used to say all the time, I don't want no damn kids. I do not. This is it. I ain't even had them, but this is it. But the eldest of four. But I also had parents that were functioning drug addicts. So Monday through Thursday, you better get them goddamn dishes out the sink. You put that phone down, fold them clothes, this, mop the floor, everything. Friday, I'll be right back. I don't see you till Monday morning, like with this much time to get us to school. And that's a lot for a kid, especially when my sister and I were separated for 7 years. That was really tough because my mom hit a low point, and it did something to me. But even with that, my sister came back. My mother fought and got her back. And then here's my brother. But my sister was gone when my brother was born. And my friends' parents, you can't play with her. She fast. She got a baby. Because they thought that's how much I had them. And I'm like, but when was I pregnant? Right? Let's think about this. But okay, whatever. Okay? But it was a lot. But I wasn't your average kid. I was somewhat of an overachiever. I skipped a grade in school because this girl got some brains, a little bit. Graduated at the age of 16 from high school, but I always had this thing in me, this push, this drive. And you know how they say, somebody always praying for you, you can tell. And even when my parents were at their worst, right, where we had to be, there was structure, there was love, and there was discipline. So we wasn't just out here willy-nilly, and no, that wasn't happening. But I ain't gonna say I ain't getting to no stuff. But that's another story. That's another story. But all of these things I pondered on as I got ready for the academy. And I get there. And I walk in with my little duffel bag of stuff, and I'm all like, hi, oh shit, this is serious. Oh my God, people shining shoes, and I'm like, oh, this is a lot. Then they're like, head in the roll call, and I'm like, roll call? So then they doing this march. I'm like, okay, this is cute. It's like a routine. Let's get it. Right, I'm with it. And so then we're in this formation. And so everybody's all tight. And I'm like, oh, that's not me. I don't stand like that. I don't have no hips, but I'm gonna try and make a little bow leg. I ain't put my hand on my hip, but I'm like, okay. And the sergeant comes right up in my face. Fucking ghetto Barbie, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, why are you yelling? This is so unnecessary. I can hear you from here. You do not have to yell in my face. And all of this right back, and he's frustrated with me off the rip, because I'm like, oh my God, this is a lot. And it was. Who talks to somebody that close, that loud? It's too much. But they got me together real quick. I ain't gonna lie. And as we're going through this training, it's rigorous because they take 2 years of information and cram it into 6 months. That's a lot. On top of the physical exercise, on top of having to learn administrative things and defensive tactics and legal, I am over it, okay? I am 18, this is too much. Then when I graduate, I can lock you up, but I can't buy a drink. I'm stressed out. Shit, I need a drink. It's too much, it's too much. But I get through it. I get through it. I get through it. And on graduation day, that's right, who said East Side? That's right, till I die. But then, graduation day, now my ass is, I ain't smart. All of that, right, all of that. And we're done and we're going to meet our families. And my uncle is like, your ass certified crazy. I can't believe you went through the whole academy. I said, well, that was the bet. He said, no, the bet was you couldn't pass the agility test. But you let me go through all this shit, all these months. He said, well, you was in it. The hell am I supposed to do with that? But I got my money. I was hoping for some interest because that was a lot. But I didn't get the interest monetarily. I got the interest in the training and then being able to become a field training officer because I learned so much and I'm structured, right? And I'm a very anal about details. And I'm like, these new officers ain't doing it right. This is not how you police. Let me get you together real quick, right? I became that sergeant. Let me get you together. But I did. I became a field training officer. I worked citywide task force. I did a lot of undercover work. And that was super fun. I'm sorry if anybody is in here and we had a situation. That's on you. I didn't tell you to stop for me. Just, well, that stuff, yeah, that part. But I did a lot. And I can remember being on patrol and we get this run, this fight in progress run. And when we get there are two women fighting in the yard. One is a bit more masculine presenting than the other. And this asshole I'm working with, right? He leans over to me as we're pulling up and he goes, I wonder which one is the man. No, laugh, it's okay, don't get sensitive. I'm not sensitive like that, it's okay, you can laugh. But it was very distasteful and unprofessional. And so, that's my cousin, what you mean by that? Okay? And so of course he started back, oh my God, no, not like that, that's not what I mean. I'm like, no, let's get out here, handle this run before they kill each other. And we handled the run. We go back to the precinct, and on our way back to the precinct, when I tell you if he could have just cut his own ear off and throw it out, he would have. But I go to the commander, and I'm like, hey, sir, I think we should have something like an officer for the gay community. This is in 2006. And he's like, well, we have community officers, and community is community, so let's table that. Yeah, but it's not really like specific to the gay community. I think we really need to, let me think about it. I done heard my mama and them say that enough times to know that means no. You didn't say no, but you did say yes. I know what that means, but I'm very persistent. So I go back a few more times, and he says, well, Danny, I don't really know about that. I don't know how we would navigate that and this and that. And so, of course, and I didn't even know, again, what I was asking him. So I go, okay. So I'm going through my career, doing stuff on these different task forces and kicking in doors and other stuff, right? But, but, my wife and I are driving back from out of town one day, and he calls me. In this sunny month of August in 2011, now mind you, I asked him 2006. He's now the chief of police. He was a commander, he had made his way through the ranks, and he was then the chief of police. Hey, Danny, he's super excited. Hey, Danny, guess what? I just came from this great training in Atlanta, and it's something I want to implement here, and I think you would be the best person to do it. You have a great work ethic, you're a stickler for detail, this, all this fluff and I'm taking it in for sure. I'm taking it in. Then he goes, yeah, I want you to be the LGBT liaison. Wait a minute. Ain't this the same shit I asked you like 5-6 years ago? Oh, we don't need to get into schematics. Yeah, okay. I said, well, what do I have to do? He says, I don't know. We'll figure it out together, but do you want to do it? So I looked at my wife, do I want to do it? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm in. And so I have this title. I have no responsibilities, but I'm this face and this go-to. I don't have a cell phone, I don't have cards, I don't have nothing, but I'm the face. Okay. So we had some administrative issues, and then we got a new chief in 2013. This chief was adamant about this position, and he asked some of the executives, yeah, this big department, you all don't have an LGBT liaison? Yes, we do. We got one. We got to get her, though. They called me. I'm on surveillance watching a heroin house. And they're like, hey, the chief needs to speak to you. I'm like, I can't blow my cover. They're like, well, you need to get the chief needs to speak to you. I'm like, I hear you, but I can't blow my cover. So I'll be there right after this. And so I go, and he says, oh, so you're the liaison. I said, yes, sir. You know, I'm all proud. Yes, sir. He said, so what have you done? Huh? Like, what you mean? Did like what? He goes, never mind. Nice to meet you. Now I'm walking around like, shit. I did give a couple people the number to the court. I did tell somebody to make a court date. So I'm kind of interacting a little bit. But, you know, being part of the community, if your friends call you, hey, what do I need to do? So now I'm counting those favors and stuff too. Like, I done did some stuff. Well, just to show you divine order, the task force I was on got shut down. Now here I am working in criminal investigations, and long story short, right, I get pulled up to the chief's office. This is gonna be your sole role. This is all you're gonna do. This is it. But what you want me to do? Because I'm still very unclear on what this is. So he tells me, he says, call LA, call Maine, call Cincinnati, call, y'all know who I'm talking about because that's all they were talking about, right? Yeah, he's like, call all these places. I created liaisons in these cities, and they'll help guide you. Great. Somebody that's got some ground in this work. I call. Hey, LA. Okay, Pride, that's great. What do you do from July till May? Oh, okay, thanks for your time. Hello, Cincinnati. Yep. Oh, Pride. Okay, what do you do from July till May? Thanks. I ain't even fucking bothered. Like, this is what they do. Pride. And I know in my heart, like, this is not it. There is so much more. So I call myself putting together a training thing with this organization and our training department, because everything starts with training. And that was the absolute worst thing I've probably ever done in my career, because the organization that I chose, although they are very well informed and they are a great, I'm not going to name the organization, so stop looking at me like that. They do training and all these things, and so, but their delivery is very biased. And when you're talking to a room full of alpha people, not talking to them, talking at them, it's not going to be well received. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, let's just go on and cut it, because this ain't working. And I go home and I tell my wife about it. I'm like, babe, it was terrible. I was trying my best to make this thing work. And she is so hardcore right. And whenever I'm sad, it's like it's this tough love. And she's like, why are you crying? Just create your own training. And I'm like, I don't know how to create a training. I've never done anything like this before, and the community is gonna be mad at me, and I'm trying to make strides. Then I'm like, what do you mean create my own training? Like, who does that? Training, you can do that. You're in the community, you know these things, do your research. And she's like pushing me. And now I'm like, okay, bullet point, do this. And so I start, and maybe for about a good 4 or 5 months, I'm in the community. What do you want from your police department? I'm at town halls, I'm on panels, I'm doing all these things. Now I'm doing research and looking up legislation and policy and history and all these things. And I put this stuff together. And I sent it to our training department. They were like, wow, this is pretty damn good. You better know it's good. I did it. Are you kidding me? And so they said, it's really, really good. Let's send it to MCOs, which is our training commission. MCOs certifies the training. So I developed the only certified LGBTQ sensitivity, awareness, and competency training in the state of Michigan. Yeah, thank you. And I'm really proud of that, but it didn't stop there. And it grew to be this thing. So now I go to other law enforcement agencies all over. I'm just waiting on Hawaii to call me. I'm like, fly me out. I'm on the way. Let's go, let's get it. You know, but I go all over training other departments, because they're like, hey, we need this, or we want to develop a position like yours. I help create and write policy. Inclusive policy, like, that's so dope. Yes, thank you, girl, thank you. Yeah, all that. But the biggest thing to me is other LGBTQ people that are signing up. All the letters are represented. All of them are represented. I'm talking about, and that plus goes. So everybody is, seriously, everybody is represented. And they always want to talk to me first. Well, how is it? What are they gonna do? How is it gonna be? Can I wear my lashes? No, you cannot. You cannot wear your lashes. But all of these things, but they feel comfortable. They feel comfortable and they feel supported, because I'm the ear, I'm the shoulder, I'm the bridge from the community to law enforcement and beyond. And I'm very passionate about my work, because it's not just my role at work, it's my ministry. I'm living and walking this walk every day. And I mentor the youth, whether straight or not, umbrellas or whatever. And I'm like, your circumstances do not have to determine your outcome. They don't have to. I'm like, look, if I read you down all the shit I've been through, you will be like, oh, so she took my phone, that was it. Girl, you don't get your ass together, right? But you can do it. And last year I was inducted into the Michigan Women's Hall of Fame. so proud of that. Thank you. But it's just remarkable to know a little East Side girl, little hood chick doing hair that had no inkling of being the police at all. I'm in my 24th year. It don't look like it does. It don't look like it does. It don't. I'm in my 24th year, and I'm still loving what I do, and I'm still pushing and pushing and pushing, and I don't look back to be sad. I look back to see where I came from. You know how they talk about the rear view mirror is always smaller than the windshield? Because it's bigger and better things going this way. And so I don't waddle in it, but I take a peek and I look at the things that I've been supported to do, because the department was not favorable of this. You know, it's like, you know, the family members, like everybody know we don't talk about it. You know, oh, that's an Uncle T. You know, or, y'all ain't heard that one? Okay. Yeah, or it's like Uncle George still got this same best friend from years, like, come on. Oh, Auntie Angel got this roommate all these years, you know. Everybody know we don't talk about it. But now it's on the radio, it's on TV, it's in every movie. And whether or not you support it, before anything, we are all human beings. And that's what I push for. And I thank you. You can look me up on Google too. I'm still taking appointments.
Corporal Danny Woods.